Welcome back to our Choice YouTube channel. So in today's class, we're going to learn how to make this beautiful cow dress. So I've made this cow dress already on the channel, but I used a miniature and some people asked for a life-size version of it. So I'm going to be making this for a plus size, a hip of 52 inches and waist of 45.5. So it's going to be for a plus size. I'm going to be telling you the amount of fabric you are going to need for this and all the tips that you need to make it easily. If this is something you would like to learn, kindly stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. Thank you. So for this, I'm using this fabric. This is a Duchess silk fabric. Okay, that is what I'm going to be using, and I have about 5 yards here. It's a plus size like I mentioned, but I'm not going to use haul. So I have my fabric, I have my matching color of thread and my zipper. So the first thing I'm going to be calculating is how to cut the skirt, which is the most important part. So to cut your skirt, you don't need so much measurement. You just need your waist circumference. In this case, the waist circumference I'm working with is 45.5. Then you're going to need your skirt length. The waist is 45.5. Then the skirt length. To get your skirt length, you're going to deduct your half length from your full length. The full length I'm working with is 56, and then my half length is going to be 20 inches. If I deduct 56 from 20, I'm going to have 36. So I'll add 2 inches allowance to that. So that's going to leave me with 38 inches for the length of my skirt. And then that is basically all the measurements you're going to need. So we're going to get other measurements from this. So for your waist, what you need to do now is to get the quarter of your waist circumference. So to get that, you're going to divide this by 4. And if I divide this by 4, what I have is 11.4, approximately 11.4. Oh, so this is the quarter of my waist measurement. So now this quarter of your waist measurement is what you're going to use to fold your fabric. Fold your fabric depending on how much volume, how much place you want to have. You can multiply this by 2, 2.5 or 3 inches. I'm going to multiply mine by 2.5 inches, and 11.4 times 2.5 is going to give me 28.75. So this is the new waist that I'm working with. 11.4 times 2.5, that's going to give me 28.75. Okay, my length is going to remain the same. So this is going to have a dart, which I'm still going to explain when we get to the fabric. I just want us to get the calculations. So for the dart, you are going to need your dart length. Your dart length is the distance between your hip and your waist. Okay, so you just measure that distance you have. Let me use this to explain it. That distance you have from your hip, where it goes inside, and the highest part of your the highest part of your hip and your waist, the length, that's what will be your dart length. So it's usually around 7 to 9 inches. The one I'm working with is 9 inch. So that's going to be your dart length. So now to know the dart width that you're going to need, you're going to mark quarter of your hip measurement minus quarter of your waist measurement. The hip I'm working with is 52, so quarter of 52 is 13. So now the waist I'm working with is 45.5, and quarter of that is 11.4. So you are going to deduct it, and that's giving me 1.6. So I'm not going to use this 1.6. You can add between 2 to 3 inches to this. So for me, I'm adding 3 inches to that, and I have 4.6. So that is going to be my dart width. So the important measurement to note is your dart width 4.6, your dart length, and your waist multiplied by 2.5 or 3 inches, depending on the amount of pleat. So this is my fabric. Like I said, it's for a big size, so it's quite big. So what you need to do is to first fold your fabric into 2, like I did. Then on the folded part, on that part that is folded, you're going to fold it in form of a bias, just like that. You can see how I placed it. So you fold in such a way that this part is going to be your waist. That part that is bent is going to be quarter of your waist measurement. This part is going to be quarter of your waist measurement plus your dart width. And then that, you can see how I connected this for the dart length as well. So from here is going to be quarter of your waist measurements plus your dart width. Then this center part is going to be center front and center back. I added 1 inch seam allowance for the zipper at the center back. The folded one is your center front, and then the part where you mark there is going to be your hemline. So for your hemline, you should make sure that you have quarter of your waist measurement. If you want it to be big, you can use quarter of your hip, but quarter of your waist is fine. because there's going to be a slit there. So that's my quarter of my waist, and then the upper part is going to be your waist length, your waist multiplied by 3 plus your that width. Okay, so now I'm going to cut it. I'm cutting the, that's the hem that I'm cutting there. Then on this part, that's your center front and your center back. You can see I'm cutting it at the center back where I marked my zipper allowance. And then this upper part that I'm cutting, that is your dart length and your dart width. Then this other one is going to be your waist multiplied by 3. I hope you understand that. You can check the ones on the miniature for better understanding. I had to do this for those that want to see it on an actual fabric. So when you cut it out, this is what you're going to have. You can see that the dart is already taken out already. And that other part has to be on fold. That's your side. There's no side joining to it, so it has to be on fold. So for the center front, remember I said it's going to have a slit. So I'm going to slash open the center front as well. That's what I slashed open. So you can now notch your center back so that you will know the one that has your zipper allowance. So that is the notch that I have there. And when you open it out, this is what you are going to have. You can see your darts looking like a V. That's the hem, that's the waistline, and that is your center front and center back. So for the upper part, for the half length, it's just a kimono. It's just a kimono cut. You will use your shoulder plus your sleeve length to get the width, and then that's the neckline there. I folded this in a way that I'm not going to have a shoulder seam, so I just folded this into 4. So once you fold this into 4, you're going to mark your sleeve opening and then you're going to cut it out. Okay, there are several tutorials on kimono and there is a detailed one on the channel. This is what I have now. I've done my hair to weave all the edges. Okay, I prefer to weave my edges once I cut out most of the time. You can also weave after cutting. If you're working with a fabric like this fabric frills a lot, so you don't want to start losing your fabric when you are sewing. That's why I just prefer to just weave everything. It's only the part that has the selvage that I leave. Every other part I usually weave them off. So this is the first part of the skirt and this is the second side of the skirt. So now what we're going to do now is to go ahead and start sewing the skirt. So like I said, there's a miniature version on the channel which is smaller, which I believe would be easier for you, but a lot of people have been asking for a life-size version. That's why I am showing this. So this is what we're going to have now. Remember that we had a dart. Okay, so when I was weaving the dart, it already sewed from, because my weaving machine sews and also weave at the same time. So I just weaved it off on my dart area and this is what I have. So this selvage part is the front, while this other part is the back. So remember that we multiplied our waist measurement by 2.5. So what we need to do now is to go ahead and pleat this. Okay, we're going to pleat this back to our waist measurement, but before we do that, I want to join the front and back together so that my skirt will be one single piece before I continue. So this is the other side. The side is where you have your dart, where they don't have any seam. Okay, that's where your side is. So now I'm going to take it to the sewing machine now, and then I'm going to run a stitch at the center front. I'll do the same thing at the center back, although for the center back I'm still going to use it up. This is my zipper allowance here to insert my zipper, but to make it easier I'm just going to hold them with a stitch first. Okay, so I've gone ahead to run the stitch and you can see now that my skirt is one single piece. So this is the front. I just stitched it. So after stitching it, you can just go ahead to open this stitch up, you iron it, and you can also use your hemming gun to glue it down. You can see that the edges are neat already because they are weaved. So this is the back. For the back, I just use loose stitch here because I'm still going to loosen it up to where I want my zipper to start for the back. So all of this that we have here is the waistline. You can see how big it is. Okay, this is way bigger than the 45 inches, 45.5 inches that we are using for the waistline. Remember, this is for a plus size. So what you need to do now is to go ahead and start pleating this. So you will start pleating it towards the center like this, however it is that you want your pleats to go. So this is my center. You can see my center here. So I'm going to start from pleating from the center front. So the first pleat I'm going to be holding here, I want it to be really bold so that it's going to be like I don't know, it just gives it a fitting there. So that is how I'm going to be taking this place. And when I want to pleat it, I'm going to open this up so that when I want to sew down the pleat, it's going to hold it for me like this. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side as well. Then from there I'll start pleating. I'm going to pleat it all around now. I'm going to hold it with a stitch and then bring it back for us to see what it looks like. Okay, so this is the half length as well. I've gone ahead to pleat the half length. Remember that the measurement we used was our shoulder plus sleeve, so it's going to be bigger than what you have on your waistline. So I have turned the neckline with my bias. I created the bias using the same fabric to turn the neckline so that it can be neat, and then I sew it by the side as well, and then I weaved it off. So you just need to fold your sleeve, and this is what you're going to have. So once you pleat it, you make sure you pleat the hem of this blouse. You're going to pleat it to your actual waist measurement, the 45.5 inches. That is our original waist measurement. That's what you're going to pleat it to, because that's what the skirt was pleated to as well, so that I can sew it together. So now you're going to bring your band to join the upper part and the lower part together. So you're going to cut your band. I already cut my band as well, and then I added stay so that it can be stronger. So you just need to go ahead and sew them together. So now you can see I have sewn my band to it. Okay, the band is what is going to join them together, and you can see that there's no seam on the shoulder. So this is what it looks like. This is the back. I also fixed a zipper at my back, and you can see that the inside is neatly weaved. So you just need to put a strap at the back so that the person can tie it to control the neckline better. And this is the center back and center front. For my center front, I opened the slit at the center front so that the person can walk easily in it. Then I used my hemming gum to iron down the slit so that it can lay flat. Okay, and then you hem the lower part. So once you do that, this is what you are going to have. So you can see how beautiful it is looking. Like I said, for a plus size, you can see the measurements we worked with. We worked with a bust of 52, waist of 45.5, and hip of 52. So it's for a very big person, and it's looking this beautiful. So you can do this. I used about 4 yards of fabric for this. So around 4 yards to 4.5 yards of fabric was what I used to get this. I hope you enjoyed making this beautiful tutorial with me. If you enjoyed it, let us know in the comment section. Like, comment and subscribe to our channel, and you can drop any question you have in the comment section as well. Thank you.